everybody, my name is Nozibela Mayaba. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
I also welcome myself. My name is Sikumbuzo Goodman Kamayaba. Yes.
Also very excited.
I sound, it seems like I'm a permanent resident of this house.
You are not. You are on YouTube. Nozibela. Yes.
I went again.
Yes, guys.
She's like a type again.
Anyway, guys, we're bringing you a topic up, and we would like your views on this topic.
Yes.
Can I be afforded the opportunity to paint?
Okay, no, that's fine. Paint the picture. We
picture.
want their views, but they must also say who came up with more wisdom in there.
Oh,
yes.
my word. Anyway, okay, so here's a scenario. Two people meet at the groove, at the club,
Yes.
whatever, a tavern.
They're having fun.
They're having fun, they're drinking.
Relaxing, their mind is so relaxed.
That's their scene. It's not like just on that day.
Yeah, okay.
No. It's a place that say they frequently go to.
Okay.
But
okay.
on this particular day they meet.
They happen to and I'm seeing this person for
not
for the first time, but she's actually regular.
Yes.
Then you find out what is stressing her.
Catching my eye.
Oh, why is she having so much fun?
Yeah.
Without me.
They meet again, the conversation starts blending.
Yes, yeah, blending. We are blending.
Oh my word.
No.
Then talk about no, this thing is developing. It goes
something.
Yeah, it goes beyond the setup they met. They exchange numbers, they learn together, they start communicating. But every now and then apho badibana khona kulaa ndawo bebedibene khona their frequent place. Let's go out for drinks, babe. At our usual place.
And they go together. They meet
there.
No one asks whether is there someone at home, you seeing someone. They just meet there and they have fun.
I think that ezo zinto mhlawumbe azidiscussile, but eventually they together now.
Okay, sure.
As a couple. Okay. Then years down the line, ngabantu abathanda ubumandi mandibeke lo hlobo, they like having a good time over drinks and so forth. Then now the relationship becomes serious. Brothers wants to make things official.
Okay.
Wants to make things official. I want to make
because brothers is happy.
Yeah.
And is seeing beyond what is presented to him.
Yeah.
It's just saying,
wants
I'm
long-term
seeing future.
commitment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So now brothers says, okay, no. Chat. They want to get married. They get married. Now, so they chatile. And now that they're married, there's a problem that arises.
Okay, what is the problem?
The problem now is the brother is complaining that
yes.
Now that we are married, no go.
Mamela
kaloku.
Okay.
Now that they are married, no go. Ebe cimba yena, okanye ebe expecta that there will be a sudden change. Also, Mobana, I understand now why unkosikazi is going to continue going egrovini.
And yet
ungumfazi.
Yes.
She's a wife.
Yeah, no. The guy's right.
Mamela baby.
Okay.
So why is she continuing to go to the groove? She's a wife, she has responsibilities, they're supposed to build a home together. And in some cases, baby, when these things happen, it's usually the guy that has a problem with the wife. Yena akana ngxaki yogovini.
I'm not hearing you. So in this case, the gentleman is saying, my wife, hi kaloku, you can't continue going to this place where I met you.
Yes.
Okay.
But yena kana ngxaki of going with the gents.
Yes.
Let's go and grab a couple of beers.
Yes.
Let's go watch soccer. Yes. So now no problem. Uthi noko there's nothing that has changed from them being a boyfriend and girlfriend to now being a husband and wife. She a problem with the wife not
adjusting to the fact that now her status has changed. She's now a wife
because of marriage. Okay. Ukusithi right kweyiphi indawo?
No, right, kaloku.
Ubani?
Umyeni.
So bekufuneka
No, because baby ngicela undimamele.
ndiyamamela.
Ulive iphuzu lam.
Definitely.
Even though I did not have time to prepare on this topic.
My word.
But the gentleman is right.
Okay.
Now remember, in our eyes, especially my assumption is that the guy was never born, is not born in the 2000 and up until today.
Yes.
So he's a 90s or 80s
yes.
kind of a guy.
Yeah.
Now you need to be brilliant and be mindful of how the 80s kids and the 90s kids processes their obdula oblongata. So in other words, their mind. Okay. So when you go to a grooving or in the club, there's a statement that you are already putting it out there.
Okay.
Especially if you are going there alone, not with a boyfriend. You are going there to say, at home, I can't buy these things and switch on my music and have fun at home. So I need the presence of people so that I can be seen.
Okay.
In that environment. So you therefore can't continue going to the very same place where you go there to have fun, but at the same time to socialize and meet new people. Either ladies or gents. So that thing has to change. Your status has now changed. The way you do things has to change. Let me stop there and keep yes.
Yeah, so
No, what's your view before you ask me?
No, baby, kaloku ukuze nami ndizawuthetha into informed.
Okay, sure.
Xa usithi bana the status has changed. I-status sitshintsha kusisi okanye kubo bobabini.
Okay. It's a very good question. Yeah. So it's a very good question that you are asking. Now, I said earlier on, now remember, this is an 80s or 90s baby. So this guy is exposed to certain things. There's obviously something that informs his thinking. So by saying, my expectation, Galop baby, is that you don't continue going there where I met you. Now, what informs him is his understanding of the benefits of the club. What are the benefits of going to the club and going to the groove? Is that, number one, you're going to have fun there. Somebody's going to see you and is going to be attracted to you, similar to how I did this thing. Number two, you're going to be intoxicated. So you're going to be, so your eyes will be a little bit blurry. You may think that you are looking at your husband and it's somebody else. And you may then end up being attracted to that guy. And that's something that I, as a husband, want to have a control over because you are there.
Yazi le nto ithethayo le ifana nqwa nalena ye clothing when it comes to marriage. Ne? Niyatshata, before nitshate ubudibene naye mhlambi enxiba jeans zakhe o 2 cm skirts ne mhlambi nidibane elwandle umbona enxiba bikini okanye ningadibena ngalwandle mumbonile pha ku Facebook o social media ba hey intombi ethanda yelwandle enxiba ibikini yakhe abe right sendele intombi relevant. Okay, ihambe into after nitshatile ngoku makanganxibi jeans, makanganxibi what do you call a swimsuit elwandle,
crop top.
Crop top. Do you know how many actually ladies commented yakhona sasenankena Mauritius all day? And then there was a couple of ladies that were saying how they wish, okay, alluding to the fact that how they wish their partners were comfortable in them wearing a bikini and like.
Look, yeah, I saw those comments, baby, and I'm gonna say this to them. So there's something that I like the most, and that I always say to my mind or to myself. I always say I need to model how I would like to be treated. I need to demonstrate it such that you then learn how I expect things to be done and how I see things. Because saying things only ngomlomo, it does not help. You need to also demonstrate all of that. So the question is, before you become frustrated that your husband is not allowing you, the question is, are you comfortable enough, firstly, in dressing that way? Because maybe their husband is looking at you and saying, yeah, but now uncomfortable when I. So how are you going to be comfortable wearing
baby, most of the time it's not even about that.
No.
Like let's be very transparent in baby, there's just I'm gonna be very frank. I saw it also in the shift, like brother one and like relationships like in marriage. How it suddenly shifted back. All of a sudden, and so I just want to understand from a male's perspective, because it seems like uyamonela and I could be wrong. So if you understand uyamonela basically le ntombazana okanye mamela kaloku laa nto yobana bathi hayi kuba mhlambi ebedibene naye egrovini wamwina egrovini okanye bavumelana egrovini okanye bedibene naye elwandle wabona abantu abanye bafana bemjongile yabona. So uthi ke ngokungelakhe hayi uzobonwa ngabanye abafana, so she must present herself as a wife.
Unyanisile.
Unyanisile. What's that?
Baby. So the only way that lady will win that conversation is I understand kanti mindset yomyeni wami. What is his view about a club? What pictures does he have in his mind about a club? Because firstly she needs to understand this. Yena umyeni uye phayana eklabini with two things in mind. One, to have fun. Number two, to win someone.
Okay.
He never thought that he would catch feelings. Uye win. Now we're catching feelings. And those feelings even now more. No, why would you continue going there, knowing for a fact that umyeni wako qala yena uye phayan with two things in mind?
Okay. That means then, if kunjalo makangayi naye kaloku. Because Randiti mentality according to you is that Apaya is going to have a good time, meet people and also win. So why would he still continue to go there, knowing like past experiences?
There's a truth and the honest truth. Is that and the honest truth is that we are the same in marriage, or we expected to be at least the same, and both to be heard, both parties to be at the same level or wavelength, or babe kusimo esifanayo. The honest truth is that iscale askalingana, and it's gonna take us a while to reach that stage, because now we're coming from an era. No. Out of 10 men, there's probably one man that is modernized, that is understanding. Uba izinto azifani na yesterday, and azizophinda umva, izinto ziguqukile, and every day they poses new challenges. It's about how prepared are you, good mindset yako, to face or deal with those challenges.
How did you deal with those challenges? Can I say something though? Block point. No, okay. When we first met...
Can I say block that? Because now how did I deal with that? Okay. UGT ukhula kwakhe unezitages. Kukhona apha feet wakhona. Kube khona apha ixuthwa ititi kuthi awuzuphinda ufumane la ntike. So mina ndaba kwesa stage sokuba kuxuthwe ke ititi. Waxuthi ibele ndisal-enjoya ndiqonda uba okay it's either ndiyaqhushalaza apha or ndiba kule nto ikhona
kodwa
because ukuba ndiyaqhushalaza ndizoba ne-stress and ndizoba ne-depression and icontribute kulaa madoda asweleka at 65 ndaqoma andiyifuni ke le nto nam mandibe kule nto so that ndive ndibe-happy mani.
When I said that, you were expecting, okay.
Kaloku jonga kaloku anti ndakubona uzikhethe emaqetheni ndaqonda uba yabona ke le
yaphosisa wena
no xa ndikujongile ujonga thina singamadoda xa sikujongile uqonda uba okay nanku lo sisi usebeach ufake la bikini la ntsula ntontoni uthi into xa ibiza ufufesi la nto la ntsula out. The guy is picturing that lady with one thing in mind. Uba xa ndikunxibisile izama kanjani izawugquma kanjani. The only thing that they have in mind actually zimbini. It's one ba noko nje ndikuthathe nje ndikusepha egumbini number 2 ndikunxibise emveni koko.
Okay,
ungaphinde ubone ke.
How did you adjust?
From hayi kaloku nayo ndolunyulo.
Guys, no, but then I feel like, can I say something? It wasn't, but to me, and you understand, and
so your circumstances yohluka.
Yes, the only reason, okay, I couldn't wear jeans before I got married, guys. I couldn't wear jeans because and my mom is straight from a traditional home.
Because we're introduced to him by jeans. No. Le yayinkulu i-boyfriend jean le hayi not lithi nca ivese nemigca emibini lapha.
Okay, listen, so it's church people ngathi nanxiba jean, no makeup, no extensions, no alantuka earrings, whatever, but yayingasoyinto, and I think I had been transparent enough, but this is not something endiyiphilayo. It's just that circumstances are forcing me. Because in the and I'm still under the guidance of mama, so I don't have any other choice, unfortunately. But even when we're still dating, didn't this weekly jean pop up? Okay, like go shorty, bikinis, guatingatini, my G-string, pakwak,
because they find we the old joke,
anyway, and then so India's at least it was not a matter of ndalinda umtshato, and then all of a sudden there was a switch. Even when we were dating.
Okay, Masi testing is that why you did not like this guy, because he wants a 90-degree switch immediately. It does not happen like that. Wrong. No, right. But funeka bene timing nayo. Uyamlumla introduce her to with steps. There mustn't be any step that you skip. So he's skipping all the key and important steps. He goes to stop going there. Instead of identifying firstly, but why are we still going there? And then again, abene plan in mind. Ezazama ku eliminate ezazizathu zokuya eklabini. Akana timing nje apho. Otherwise you're thinking right.
No. Guys, if you are in a relationship, one of the things that I think I've learned is that however way certain behavior that umntu abanayo or portrays before you get married, trust and believe it's more or less the same behavior that they're going to continue with after they get married.
I don't agree.
Wait, let me explain, babe. Izinto that you're exposed to before you get married, there's no paper of now you are married that is going to switch someone's mentality. There's no paper, I'm going to repeat this, there's no paper that validates a marriage that is going to now switch someone's mentality. Lento bu expose lamntu ebenguye uzoba nguye sechatile. The problem here to Tina, I know as ladies, I'm just going to say from a lady's perspective, we get into the funk of things. We are fixers tina by nature. We are fixers, we are nurturers, we are people that want to yabona izinto zizoba right man uzotshintsha lo muntu wathi ngathini. And we bear that behavior. And then also we embedded in our thinking but even nalo mtshato uzawutshintsha akho muntu uzatshintsha. Ndifuna ukuthi ke ubhuti makathathe responsibility ne unless uthi kum no sahlala phansi ne ndamchazela bana okay i-expectation yam now that we are going to get married okanye mhla saze satshata.
But babe,
mamela babe mhlawumbe sasitshata ndifuna mna kwenzeke ngolu hlobo 1 2 3 4 5 ibe i-conversation and then yena untombazana le uzawudecide ke whether or not ufuna ucontinuisha or not. If you are continuing under the circumstances angazi-understandanga then nguye orongo. Ndicela uqoba ngale example ungandijaji kule ndizayithatha ne ndakwazi mna nizoyizayo uzithembe mba izawucontinuisha the whole night. Previous partner ne
ombi
yo sana
kaloku ombi kaloku
it doesn't matter
the tall guy, the short guy, or lo
the tall guy.
Okay.
Previous partner ne uthi kum ngenye imini ndikwakhe and then he's busy cooking because he was a bachelor. Ne? He's busy cooking and then he says I don't know that comment that Peggy and then he said no ndiyayeka le nonsense as soon as I get married. Sana yandi shock ne ba uthi as soon as echata basically ayo responsibility yakhe.
I love the word responsibility. Yes,
ayo responsibility yakhe ndaqoma ba ingathi andizolunga apha. Yabona ndaye ndithi ke ukugqibelisa kwami point yami I made the decision there but this guy has already made his expectations clear in terms of when he is married. This is more or less what he's expecting and unfortunately now I'm going to fall short on that.
I wish I had a pen and paper because so it's important that we follow each other and we drive this conversation towards a certain direction, both of us. And I'm saying that because there's a level of responsibility from both parties that is expected to show or execute. Also, I made mention that this guy was probably born, let's say he's over 23 years. So there's a level of expectation kulanda. Not everything fanele at that age.
No.
You are then saying that when so the guy befana behlele phansi bazithetha. Ezinye izinto befana noko uyazibona naye omnye umuntu especially xa efika kula age without you being told. So that's why I see ngqondo and eyes to see that okay so this thing iyakwepi direction, what will it lead to? Isn't there an alternative to this that I want to do? If Usisi has an issue with the fact that the guy still goes to his gents and then they go to the club, so she needs to do certain things ukumlumla umyeni wakhe naye.
No.
That's why I said earlier on, this guy, he's correct. Maybe it's just an approach. And again, please bear in mind when I'm saying this thing again, not everything fanele uyayixelelwa umuntu nje, either umuntu ongisisi or umuntu ongubhuti. Masize ke kule point yakho.
Okay.
Yalomfana umdala. Ndiyakublame nawe.
Okay.
Because kaloku you can't on the basis of my utterances ugqibe ukuba ndinjeyana.
Okay.
We may argue here all night and say a person does not change or a person does change. The truth of the matter in the school that I come from, umuntu uyachinja. But you won't experience the change immediately or at the time you expect him or her to change. It is a process. And that process, it has certain steps. You can't, and again, I'm going to refer back to the fact that I said UGT. You can't UGT, yabona ke GT, usula namhlanje incanga netithi uyayeka unika ukutya uzophela nganyama nokutya okuqinileyo. It does not work like that.
Okay.
You need to be deliberate in introducing certain things ezizakwazi uba zibe benefit to both of you in future. That's just how things work. And again, I need you to lock this thing in your mind. So there's certain things that you have to do. And that thing, it starts with you, firstly, demonstrating how you would like to be treated first. Because asikho apha for 2 years, siya lapha for a long haul. Let me maybe this is a back because kubalekile nosba we understand. Nabaphulaphuli bakho bayi understand this thing. So let's say and dibana nawe umntana wasedolophini. You grew up kukhona uauntie endlini. Auntie cleans after you, washes your clothes, irons them, and washes your underwears. And you've never had to do those things. And now all of a sudden you get married. There's an expectation on my side as a husband or the person that is marrying you that at least there's certain things that you're gonna do. But if it has never dawned to your mind that you have to do these things, you're gonna continue ngolu hlobo uqeqeshwe ngalo.
Okay.
Uze lo sisi lo expect the same thing basisi uhlama nepenti yama pendlini. And those are realities. So kubalekile ke mina ukuba mina ndihlangabezana nalo challenge as a person, and yet I know about how I want things be done, because there is my way of doing things, not the outside world of doing things, but just my way. So how does this thing start? It started, let me say, uzothatha lo plate le, uthathe i-fight uke phaya esinkini undineke uthi sula. The first question is does my husband like this thing, how I'm doing it?
So
you need to also ask yourselves those questions directly and indirectly. Because it's little things, but it's those little things that speaks volume. So because omnye uzoti, okay, this thing is the right thing to do, of taking a plate from me and giving me 5 bansudizandla. But somebody else is gonna say is that as you do that fight you kupa elandkin emanzini, ithathe uyifake uyibeke phi esosini. That sauce uyithathe uyibeke phi eplating and then bring it to me.
Baby,
so what I'm trying to say is that it's the little things that you do on a daily basis that translate to how you want to be treated and how to receive a person. You can't say masithene aripuquke.
No,
it does not work like
mamela
that.
kaloku babe, ndiyakuva mama, ndiyakuva elam ndithi kokugqibela. Ndiyakuva yonke le nto ithethayo ekule ba okay kule example ubuyithetha ba ukhulele edolophini, so ezinye izinto akazuzazi kwathi ngathi the only thing I dispute is that I feel to some degree you are working on the basis of the assumption that noko nawe bunoyicinga. Now wait nawe bunoyicinga.
Yes.
Unfortunately, when it comes to marriage and relationships, assumptions, Baba, you can't work on assumptions.
No.
And you can't read people's minds. So you can't fault me, uzoti, I nozi, like whenever I know it's into enjani, asicingi ngokufana.
But that question, now you are very much aware of it, and it happens a lot.
No, baby, sometimes you are not aware of it.
No, but you and I, we can agree on that one. But it comes out a lot, especially
No, in this case, let's put in another dynamic. Okay, mfana wasezlalini, ne? In this case, mfana wasezlalini, apho, this is a norm. It's a norm. But as soon as now ungumfazi, uchinja no change impahla oyinxibayo.
Yes.
You wear new clothes because kuthiwa impahla yobuntombazana ngoku awusayinxibi kufanele unxibe isifazi,
Yes.
ne? Iya understandeka if bekunjalo. But now uthatha ngomuntu okhulele edolophini oye kwi-model schools, and then you are working under the assumption ba no umdala you're supposed to know.
Yes.
Laphi.
Edolophini, you wake up in the morning, you pamper yourself gaily, you take your keys and your Gucci bag, crop top out, you know, and then you are gym.
Yeah.
Gee. No, okay, let's go home. Guess what you do firstly? You dinazo into so
But
baby. No, even before. Even before. Baby, I wish you can show them that picture.
The only difference.
You can that was a girlfriend.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
is we're going home.
Mamela, the only
You should have,
difference.
if you were modernized,
Mamela,
you should have, those tights and those.
no.
But why was cheater when you buy skate seat?
Yes.
What trying to clear?
You know why?
Who said that?
You know the only difference
But,
why?
you're so funny, I'm showering. But who said that?
No, you know the only
Yeah.
difference is why?
So-
it's because in the the setup at home was that way. Ecaweni, it was that way. I was exposed to it. Ecaweni, I was exposed to it at home. Remember
And you do that. That's the right thing to do.
No, it's not a matter of whether it's a right thing to do.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, it was a matter of people. It's a doctrine that was tried to be ingrained. This is how it's supposed to be done, whether or not I liked it.
Okay, so why did you go on that day of KFC? So why did you go dressed?
Because
And yet your girlfriend.
Because it's because it was something that I had seen endlini. It was something that I had seen ecaweni. Remember, my brother had been married before, so ndiyayazi what my mom is expecting of what a wife should be, similar to church. Yeah, so you can't say kuba mna ndizazile, and I also have chosen to adhere. Because that's the other word, to adhere to that doctrine and say, but okay, I accept it to some degree, and then you say the next person is supposed to be like that, and also
There's
supposed
a way
to
to
know
manipulate the situation.
No, babe.
No, there's a way to manipulate, and it's very, very important. So, it does not hurt to manipulate the situation.
Okay.
Because once you start doing those things, and again, I'm going to start off by, give an example. If you want to be a brilliant speaker, I once read something that was written by Mr. Ndlozi, the EFF guy. He said that before I won that award of being the best speaker, I had to listen to brilliant speakers when they talk. And I had to imitate them. And that became my way of life.
Yeah.
So there's certain things that you see, and there's certain things that you have to imitate. Because at the end, kuba khona benefit, they become your way of life.
Okay.
As well. So that's why in the city, irresponsibility is between the two parties. And I like the fact that you're saying it's the choice that you had to take. And you also had to decide whether or not you want to be
Correct.
like this.
Correct.
So if we then take it back to these guys,
I
am noticing a level of not wanting to take responsibility. And I am now a wife.
No, baby.
Therefore, my way of doing things, it does not always have to count. I have to consider that I now have another person, and we therefore both of us need to meet each other halfway.
I don't agree, but again, it's fine because I just feel like it's directed to one person. If ebesithi lo mfana and ndizayibeka nje apho babe, if ebesithi lo mfana, okay, maybe there would have been a level of understanding from my side if basically, okay, masiyeke sobayi-2 because no we grown, kwatin. But even then, I was going to question him, but is this something you had communicated beforehand?
So what would you advise Sisi to do?
Unfortunately, actually, I don't even want to say it's too late, because there's nothing that is too late. It's a matter of just having a frank conversation. There's a level of meeting each other halfway that needs to happen. Lomfana can't just come and decide, hey, when you should stop that. That's not how marriage is supposed to be like.
Yes, correct.
No, I think after Sibone, our parents' marriages, or our family dynamics, there's a level of so there's a level of Lomfana needs to compromise when I approach a conversation. But hey, God, it's not something that a says chatty.
Yes.
Because if it was that, then it would have been a totally different conversation. This is something that we've actually done together. It's a behavior that was acceptable from both of us before we got married. So I understand why it will be hard for her to say no agafuni because it's kaluyenza gagadi.
Yes,
and also himself, he, as you said, he needs to model. Londo leyo ba to advocate about angaye clubbing kwatingatin because the club in
an alternative as a side.
What's going to happen? Experience clubbing. So why a continuation?
And I think in Pulapulu, you just need to listen to her. And in summary, based on what I'm gathering, and it's a very easy thing. And one thing that you need to know, Sisi, is that you're still going to have many more issues like that. So this one, Jay. But it teaches you something about how should you have uncomfortable conversations with your partner, because it's a very uncomfortable thing. You still love the person, and I still want to have fun like he does. So how do we then work around this thing? As she says, it's very easy. There's something that is smelling in this house. So I'm not going to look for it alone. And yet, I found myself a helper. We are both going to look for this thing that is smelling. After we've found it, we're going to take it and put it on top of the table. Sitting nice, it smells. It smells for both of us. Then we need to derive a strategy about how are we going to make sure that we take this thing to the toilet? Now, both of us, because it impacts both parties. This guy is is impacted. Whilst the lady, now she feels that she's being dictated to, and therefore happiness yake, and therefore respecting the marriage is being taken away. So both parties are being affected. So they need to talk around it and say, okay, how are we going to work around this thing? And if it happens, because also there are also benefits of having friends.
I get it.
And also benefits of men going to other men. There's a benefit in each and everything. It's up to you how you define that benefit to be, whether it's a wrong benefit or a good benefit. So we are banning, but you just structure and have the right conversation around those aspects. I hope Apulapuli I have won.
No, not at all. Not at all. Susan, not at all.
But I'm trying to say, 47 years old. So say by Krotman, I'm challenge is Fuba.
Who has been wrong? Who has been connected?
Smell is more sako Brian.
Oh, so many smokers. Chief, also I come social media. Walk on and find. I want to when no posting goes and go begin.
Brian, if umdala, so there's umdala back.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Until next time. Bye.
Cheerio, bye.